In this video, we're going to be looking at more of vector in component form. So just say we have a vector of 15 newtons. So a force of 15 newtons is applied in the direction of 125 degrees. Write this as a vector in component form. So we've got 50 newtons. So we've got our north. Now I'm just going to put our east there. Now it's 50 newtons in a direction of 125 degrees. So we've got our 90 there. So 125 degrees is going to be 35 degrees below east. Now we want to know where that vector is in component form. Now you might see something that looks a little bit familiar here. So that's 50 newtons. So that's the magnitude of the line. So that's how long it is. You might see something familiar that you'd have seen in the past. A right angle triangle. Right angle triangle, when we see that, we think of trigonometry. So then that allows us to find out A and B. So we've got here the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse, which is 50 newtons. So if we want to find A first, well, A, that's adjacent and the hypotenuse. So remember, so, toa. Now, so if we've got adjacent and hypotenuse, there we go. Adjacent and hypotenuse, that's cos. So cos 35 equals A over 50. A equals 50 cos 35. Now that A equals 40.96. So that's the value of A. Now B, that's opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse, if we look at SOHCAHTOA, that's sine. So we have sine 35 equals A over 50. A equals 50 sine 35. A equals 28.68. Now, so that's not A, we're finding B here. My apologies, it's a B. So B equals 28.68. Now, this is where it can get a little bit confusing for people. That's 28.68, yes, that's right. But you have to realize that's the length of that line. It has no idea of the direction or orientation of it compared in the Cartesian plane or plane area. So we've actually gone below the horizontal. So technically that has to be negative. So this vector in component form would be 40.96 minus 28.68. Okay, so you have to be mindful of where you're going in your plane. So if you're above the horizontal, our y value will be positive. If we're below, we're negative. If we're to the right of the vertical, we're positive. Our x is positive. If we're left of the vertical, our x is negative. So please be mindful when you're doing questions like this.